The Blackwood Job Chapter 1. Exposition. The setup. My name's Eddie Walsh, and I'm a crook. Not the kind who sticks a gun in your face or snatches purses from old ladies. That's for suckers who think fast feet are a personality trait. I'm a planner, a shadow, a third-generation safecracker. My family's been pulling jobs since the Dust Bowl, and I'm damn good at it. If I do my work right, you won't know I was in your house until you check your safe 3 months later and find it emptier than a preacher's promise. Blackwood, Alberta, 1978. A nowhere town tucked in the Canadian Rockies, where oil money's starting to trickle in and rich Americans are building vacation homes faster than the locals can spit. I'm here because of a tip from a fence in Montana. Some big-shot lawyer from Chicago, Arthur Crane, built a mansion on the edge of town. Word is, he's got a safe stuffed with bearer bonds and a diamond the size of a quail egg. That's my kind of score that I don't care what you think of me. Stealing's in my blood, same as music or religion might be in yours. My old man, Tommy Walsh, used to say, "The world's a rigged game, Eddie. You either cheat or get cheated." He wasn't wrong. I could spin you a yarn about sticking it to the man, but truth is, I'm in it for the thrill and the cash. Morality's a luxury I can't afford. The job starts with patience. You don't just waltz into a place like Crane's. You watch. You wait. You learn. That's the game. For 2 weeks, I've been holed up in a flea-bag motel on Blackwood's outskirts, sipping bad coffee and studying the mansion through binoculars. The place is a fortress. High walls, floodlights, a security system that screams money. But money makes people sloppy. Always does. That. Crane's got a wife, Eleanor, and a teenage daughter, Lily. They're American, like me, but they act like they own the damn province. Servants come and go, maids, a gardener, a cook. I've clocked their schedules. The family leaves for dinner parties every Friday night, and the staff clears out by 8 p.m. That's my window. The safe's in the study, second floor, behind a fake panel in the bookshelf. I've done my homework. Tonight's the night. I'm wearing my lucky jacket, black leather, worn soft from years of jobs. My tools are in a canvas bag, lockpicks, a stethoscope, a penlight. I've got a .38 revolver tucked in my waistband, just in case. Not that I plan to use it. A good thief doesn't need bullets. A good thief's invisible. Chapter 2. Rising action. The approach. The air is cold tonight, sharp enough to cut. Blackwood's quiet, save for the hum of distant traffic and the occasional owl. I park my beat-up Chevy a mile from the mansion, in a ditch off a logging road. No plates, no traces. I move through the woods, sticking to the shadows. The mansion looms ahead, its lights glowing like a jack-o'-lantern against the dark. That I've cased this place a dozen times. The back gate's my entry point, rusted, overlooked, easy to jimmy. I crouch low, scanning for nosy neighbors or stray dogs. Nothing, just the wind rattling the pines. My heart's steady, but my hands itch. That's normal. The itch means I'm alive. The gate creaks as I slip through. I freeze, listening. No alarms, no shouts. Good. The backyard's a maze of hedges and stone paths, but I know it like my own apartment. I skirt the floodlights, moving fast but careful. The study window's my target. Second floor, no bars, no sensors. Crane's too cheap to keep the full security package running after the first year. Typical rich guy moved at him. Why? Old man's voice echoes in my head. Patience, Eddie. Rush it, and you're in a cell. I climb the trellis, silent as a ghost. The window's unlatched, just like I figured. Rich folks never think anyone's climbing their walls. I ease it open and slip inside. My boots hit the hardwood, soft as a whisper. The study smells of leather and cigar smoke. Bookshelves line the walls, stuffed with volumes nobody's read. I flick on my penlight, keeping it low. The safe's behind a panel on the far wall, disguised as a shelf. I find it in seconds, my fingers tracing the wood until I feel the catch. A gentle push, and it swings open. There it is, a black steel safe, older than I expected. A dial lock, not digital. My kind of challenge. Chapter 3. Rising Action. The safe cracking a safe is like dancing with a woman who doesn't trust you. You've got to feel her out, listen to her ticks and clicks, move slow until she gives in. I press my stethoscope to the metal, turning the dial with a lover's touch. The tumblers hum, faint but clear. 3 numbers to find. My pulse stays even, but sweat beads on my neck. Time's the enemy now. The first number clicks at 42. I mark it with chalk on my glove. The second comes at 19. I'm halfway there when I hear something. A creak, like a floorboard settling. I freeze, pen light off, ears straining. Nothing but the house's groans. Old mansions like this talk to themselves at night. I shake it off and keep working. The third number's stubborn, but I coax it out at 73. The safe opens with a satisfying clunk. Inside, I see the bonds, stacks of them, crisp and heavy. The diamonds there too, glinting like a star in the penlight's beam. I slip them into my bag, careful not to touch anything else. My old man's rule. Take what you came for, leave the rest. Greed gets you caught. I'm closing the safe when I hear it again. A creak, closer this time. My hand goes to the .38, but I don't draw. Could be the wind, could be nothing. I sweep the penlight across the room. Empty. Just shadows and books. But my gut's screaming. Something's off. I've been in too many houses to ignore that feeling. Chapter 4. Rising Action. The intruder. I move to the window, ready to vanish, when I see it. A flicker of movement in the hallway. Not a shadow, not a trick of the light. A figure, tall and thin, standing just beyond the door. My heart kicks like a mule. I kill the penlight and crouch behind the desk. The figure doesn't move. It's watching me. I can feel its eyes, even in the dark. That I'm no stranger to close calls. I've dodged cops, guard dogs, even a drunk homeowner once. But this is different. This ain't human. The air's heavy, like a storm's about to break. I grip the .38, my palms slick with sweat. The figure steps forward, and I catch a glimpse. Pale skin, eyes like black pits. Then it's gone, like it melted into the wall. That I'm not a praying man, but I'm begging whatever's up there to keep that thing away. My legs shake as I edge toward the door. I need to get out now. The hallway's empty, but the air's wrong. Too cold, too still. I hear footsteps, not mine, coming from upstairs. Slow, deliberate, like someone's pacing. I tell myself it's the house, but I know better. That I'm halfway to the stairs when the lights flicker. Not just the study, every light in the house. On, off, like a heartbeat. I freeze, my breath catching. The footsteps stop. Silence, thick and heavy, wraps around me. Then a whisper, low and guttural, from nowhere and everywhere. You shouldn't be here. My blood turns to ice. Chapter 5. Climax. The confrontation. I bolt for the stairs, bag bouncing against my hip. The whisper follows, slithering through the walls. Thief, it says, mocking. I don't look back. I can't. The front door's my only shot. Window's too risky now. I hit the foyer, and the door's right there, but it won't budge. I yank the handle, pound the wood. Nothing. It's like the house itself is holding it shut. The lights go out completely. Darkness swallows me. My penlight's beam is a pathetic matchstick in the void. Footsteps again, faster now, coming from the second floor. I spin, gun drawn, ready to shoot at shadows. Then I see her, a woman, young, maybe 20, standing at the top of the stairs. She's filthy, hair matted, eyes wide with terror. Help me, she whispers. I don't know who she is, but I know she's not the thing chasing me. Who are you? I hiss, keeping my voice low. Maggie, she says, her voice breaking. He's keeping me here. Arthur Crane. He's not human. My stomach twists. I've heard stories, cults, rituals, rich folks dabbling in things they shouldn't. I didn't believe them. Until now, the footsteps start again, heavier, like boots on gravel. They're not coming from upstairs anymore. They're in the walls, the ceiling, everywhere. Maggie grabs my arm, her nails digging into my skin. We have to hide, she says. I nod, dragging her toward the kitchen. There's a pantry there, big enough for two. We slip inside, closing the door just as the house shakes, like something massive just landed. Chapter 6. Climax. The monster the pantry smells of flour and canned goods. Maggie's trembling beside me, her breath ragged. What is he? I whisper. She shakes her head, tears streaking her dirt-caked face. I don't know. He took me from a bar in Calgary. Said I was special. For his work. There's a room in the basement. I saw things, symbols, blood. The house groans, wood splintering somewhere above us. I clutched the .38, knowing it's useless against whatever's out there. Maggie's words sink in. Crane's not just a lawyer with a safe. He's something else, something worse. I think of the diamond, the bonds. Maybe they're not just loot. Maybe they're payment. A scream rips through the house. Not human, not animal, something in between. The pantry door rattles, like someone's testing it. Maggie stifles a sob. I press my hand over her mouth, gentle but firm. The rattling stops, but the air gets colder, sharp like a blade. Then, a voice, deep and wet, right outside the door. I see you. I don't think. I kick the door open, gun raised, and fire into the dark. The shots echo, deafening in the tight space. Nothing's there. Just shadows and the smell of gunpowder. Maggie's crying now, but I grab her wrist and pull her out. Run, I say, shoving her toward the back door. It's our only chance. Chapter 7. Falling action. The escape. The back door's unlocked. Thank Christ. We stumble into the yard, the cold air hitting like a slap. The mansion's lights flicker back on, casting long shadows across the lawn. I hear it behind us, a low growl, like a furnace coming to life. Maggie trips, and I haul her up, my arm burning from the effort. We're halfway to the gate when the ground shakes. Not an earthquake. Something's moving under us, like a giant worm burrowing through the earth. I don't look back. I can't. The gate's ahead, rusted but open. Maggie's faster now, fear giving her wings. We're almost there when the growl becomes a roar. Shaking the trees, I shove Maggie through the gate and follow, slamming it shut behind us. It won't stop whatever's coming, but it buys time. My Chevy's still in the ditch, untouched. I fumble for the keys, my hands shaking like a drunk's. Maggie's in the passenger seat, sobbing. Drive, she says. Just drive. The engine sputters, but catches. I floor it, tires spitting gravel as we tear down the logging road. In the rear view, I see the mansion's lights go out, one by one, like eyes closing. Something moves in the dark, a shape, too big, too wrong. I don't look long. I keep my eyes on the road, my heart pounding so hard I think it'll burst. Chapter 8. Falling action. The aftermath. We're 5 miles out of Blackwood when Maggie speaks again. He's not dead, she says, her voice flat. Crane. He's not human. He'll find me. I don't know what to say. I've seen things tonight I can't explain, things that'll haunt me forever. But I'm a thief, not a hero. Where do you want to go? I ask. She shakes her head. Anywhere but here. I drop her at a bus station in Calgary, slipping her half the bonds from my bag. Get far, I tell her. Don't look back. She nods, her eyes hollow. I want to ask about the basement, the symbols, the thing that chased us. But I don't. Some questions are better left unanswered. She disappears into the terminal, and I'm alone again. Back in my motel, I check the bag. The diamond's still there, glinting like it's mocking me. I think about fencing it, but my gut says no. It's cursed, or worse. I toss it into the river behind the motel, watching it sink into the black water. The bonds are enough to keep me flush for a year. Maybe I'll head south, back to the States. Maybe I'll quit. Sleep doesn't come. Every time I close my eyes, I see that thing. Its eyes, its shape, the way it moved. My old man's voice rings in my head. You got what you came for, Eddie. Leave. But I didn't get what I came for. I got something else. Fear, guilt, a glimpse of something I was never meant to see. Chapter 9. Resolution. The reckoning. A week later. I'm in a diner in Montana, sipping coffee that tastes like regret. The radio's talking about a fire in Blackwood. Crane's mansion burned to the ground, no survivors. The news calls it an accident, faulty wiring. I know better. I see Maggie's face in my mind, her branded hand. That symbol, a circle inside a square. I don't know what it means, but it's burned into me now that I'm done with Blackwood, done with Canada. But the thing we saw, it's not done with me. I feel it sometimes, in the dark, watching. My dreams are full of screams, fire, and that low, wet growl. I keep the .38 loaded now, not for cops or homeowners, but for something else. Something I can't name. Why old man was wrong about one thing. The world's not just a rigged game. It's a trap, and I walked right into it. I'm a thief, always will be. But now I'm something else too. A man who knows there are worse things than jail. Worse things than death. I pay my bill and head for the door. The diner's empty, but I feel eyes on me. I don't turn around. I keep walking, into the night, into whatever comes next. Chapter 10. Epilogue. The legacy. Months later, I'm in Seattle, living off the bonds. I've got a new name, a new face, thanks to a guy who owes me a favor. But I can't shake Blackwood. I see Maggie in every shadow, hear Crane's screams in every gust of wind. I don't pull jobs anymore. The thrill's gone, replaced by dread that I found a book in a secondhand shop last week, tucked in a corner like it was waiting for me. Old, leather-bound, no title. Inside, there's a drawing. A circle inside a square, just like Maggie's brand. The text is in a language I don't understand, but the pictures tell me enough. Rituals. Blood. Things that don't belong in this world. I burned the book, but it didn't help. The symbol's in my head now, like a splinter I can't dig out. I wonder about Maggie, where she is, what she promised that thing. I wonder if it's coming for me next. My old man's voice is quieter now, drowned out by that growl that I'm writing this down because I need to. Maybe someone will find it. Maybe they'll believe me. Or maybe it's just for me, to prove I'm still here, still human. My name's Eddie Walsh, and I'm a thief. But I stole something in Blackwood I can't give back. And it's coming for me.